So can I ask you another question?
Yeah.
Again, asking for a friend. When you talk about identifying your strengths or your
Mhm,
skill set, for me
mhm,
personally, it is very easy to do two things. I can tell you my practical skills. Like I can teach
mhm,
you about phonetics.
mhm.
Probably that is not going to be super relevant to most interview questions.
Right.
And I can also, you know, give you the BS answer of, oh, I'm great with working with teams. I'm really good working on tight deadlines. But those things aren't personal strengths. I'm just saying what I think I should say. So, in the process of actually identifying your skills and strengths,
Mhm.
do you have any recommendations apart from years of therapy and business coaching?
Yeah. First therapy, of course. First, no, I'm just kidding. Um, yeah, definitely. I think there are a few things you can do. And actually, one thing I love doing with my students is I give them a homework assignment. And I said, okay, you're taking a course with me right now, and I'm giving you a real task, a real assignment. I want you to ask 5 friends, colleagues, or family members um, how they would describe you, what your characteristics or qualities are. And you can tell them specifically that you are taking a course to help you prepare for a job interview. You can tell them you're taking a course for whatever reason, and tell them that I'm giving you a specific homework task. And really what it is an opportunity to hear how other people would describe you, because they're your best objective. I mean, they are your friends, they love you, but they're going to tell you what some of your qualities and strengths are that you might not recognize. And once you ask a few people, it's really interesting to see how quickly there are patterns that
Mhm.
emerge. People will begin to use the same words again and again, even though they haven't talked to each other about it, because those are the things that you demonstrate regularly to your friends, to your coworkers, to your family members. So that's one thing I like to do. Another thing I like to do, you said, maybe in a job interview, you would say, I'm good at meeting deadlines. So I would say to you, I would ask you, Foster, is that true? Are you good at meeting deadlines?
No,
No.
no,
Okay.
terrible. Even self-imposed deadlines, not good.
Not good. Okay. Why is that?
When I get stressed, I tend to procrastinate
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know, I get overwhelmed and my natural intuition is to hide from the problem.
Mm-hmm. So, but you just used an interesting word. You said my natural intuition. Not everybody has intuition. How does your intuition help you in different ways, either in your job or in your life?
So when it is not hurting me and telling me to run and hide from deadlines and my problems, I think it does help me a lot. I think I have a really strong natural sense of empathy that
Mm-hmm.
perhaps some of that is, from a very young age or genetic, but a lot of that has been cultivated from years of teaching and learning and sympathizing with other students and understanding their situation and the battles that they are fighting. So I do think I have a keen intuition of what other people are feeling and how to address their feelings and emotions in a somewhat appropriate and useful way.
Yeah, you just answered a job interview question. That's a great answer. That sense of empathy and that intuition, because not everybody has that. Not everyone can walk into a room or understand on an intuitive level and in how to handle people when there might be a situation where there's a lot of different emotions happening, or a high stress situation. So someone that can go in and handle that with empathy and have that immediate sense of what to do because of that intuition is definitely a strength.
Right. And I think that was really cool for me to turn a negative into a positive
I
there. But
love doing it's one of the things we do in our course all the time. Actually, I have a whole section on turning negatives into positives.
right. But I think that really illustrated to me that intuition or having a strong sense of empathy
Mm-hmm.
is not necessarily what the company is looking for that position, but you are really demonstrating something about like your core values, who you are as a person.
Yeah.
And I think that resonates with everyone.
Yeah. Well, I would say, most job positions, and not all, it would depend on the job the other thing you have to think about is, what is the job that you're applying for and what skills do they need? And if you're applying for a job where you're going to work alone, you're only on a computer and you're working with data sets and numbers, empathy might not be important. But
Right.
if you're working in any capacity with people, whether it's customers, clients, colleagues and team members, potential business partners, any situation in which you're working with someone in any role, empathy is a bonus, because that means that you're going to be able to handle a variety of situations, a variety of emotions, positive and negative, in a more appropriate and gentle or kind way. And I would say that's a real benefit for a lot of companies and job positions.
Yeah, I hope so. Yeah, the
Definitely.
world needs more nice, shy, empathetic people
Totally.
in
I agree.
positions of power.
Definitely. I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Annemarie, as always, you are a wealth of knowledge, but I do want to be mindful of your time. So, do
Yeah.
you have any final recommendations, or just like if someone is preparing for a job interview, they're nervous, they're
Mhm.
doing going through the normal motions of practicing the typical questions.
Yeah.
What is a piece of advice that you would give them that they are probably not going to find on the first page of Google?
That's a great question. I would say on the first page of Google, you're not going to find someone that says, accept your anxiety. The truth is, you will be nervous the day of your interview. We all are, whether it's our first language or not. We're all nervous in an interview because we know that we are being judged on our answers for something that we really want. You're interviewing for a job because you want the job. And there's someone that you're talking to that can give it to you or take it away. So it's a really stressful situation. And of course, you're going to be nervous. Now, doing it in another language, again, heightens that anxiety. But if you follow some of the steps that we've talked about today, it gives you the power to control that anxiety. So, number one, accept that you're going to be nervous. But number two, learn how to be in power of it and not let it control you. And you can definitely do that, whether it's your first language, your second language, third or fourth, or however many. There are steps you can take so that you're the one in control and you have the power to deal with that anxiety in an appropriate way.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Great.
think that's perfect.
Awesome.
Annemarie, as always, if I had to describe your strengths, you are warm, kind, extremely
Thanks.
intelligent. I think
Oh.
I would, if I had to choose a farm animal, a pig
It's
would be
appropriate.
the appropriate choice.
Yeah, awesome. I'm so glad to hear that. Excellent.
So thanks a lot, Annemarie.
Yeah.
Where can people find you online?
Yeah. So I am at speakconfidentenglish.com. You can also find me on YouTube and Facebook under Speak Confident English as well.
Cool. Everyone,
Yeah.
check her out. She
Yeah.
has so many cool resources and
Great.
is just a delight to
Thanks.
talk to.
Excellent.
Thanks so much, Annemarie. Talk to you
Thanks,
soon.
Foster.